King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide, and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. He then summoned officials from all over Babylon for the dedication of the image that he had set up, and they stood before it.
Nations and peoples of every language, this is what you're commanded to do. As soon as you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. Let the music begin. Your Highness, Ahasunu the astrologer requests an audience.
May the king live forever. You have issued a decree that everyone must fall down and worship the image of gold. But there are some Jews whom you have set over the affairs of Babylon who pay no attention to you, your majesty.
Who are these rebellious fools who dare defile the will of the king? Bring them before me. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is it true that you do not serve my gods or worship the image of gold I have set up? When the music sounds and you are ready to fall down and worship the image I made, I will overlook your act of rebellion. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then, what god will be able to rescue you from my hand?
King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this manner. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up.
With this, King Nebuchadnezzar was furious and ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the blazing furnace. The king's command was so urgent and the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire killed the soldiers as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fell into the blazing furnace.
What is this sorcery? Were there not 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire? Look! I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed. And the 4th looks like a son of the gods.
So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire, and the satraps, prefects, governors, and royal advisors crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them. Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied my command and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I decree that the people of all nations and of all languages who say anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces, and their houses be turned into piles of rubble, for no other God can save in this way. Then, along with Daniel, the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon.